people give them credit.
I think Indiana gave Miami fans and enthusiasts false hope. That's false hope. They are physical. That defense is as sick as defenses get in being sick. That's a sick defense, bro.
I'll say this much. Who is the best quarterback that Ohio State faced all year?
The kid that won the Heisman.
Yeah.
And they lost
Indiana in the Big Ten championship game.
Yeah.
They really haven't faced many great offenses this season.
False hope. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, they are going to beat them boys up, man.
Well, I know this.
I also like Bama in the points there. Just saying. Not saying they win, but
keep it close. I'm with that.
Yeah, I think so.
By the way, feeding off the success of our college basketball bracket challenge each March, we decided to do a bracket challenge for the college football playoff. That's right. With 8 teams left standing in college football, it's bracket challenge time. You can compete against our Fox Sports Radio hosts and against fellow listeners to see who has the best college football playoff bracket. Here's how you do it. You play for your chance to win $1,000 by visiting foxsportsradio.iheart.com to register, get rules, and to fill out your bracket. Entry will be open until just before kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on New Year's Eve. That's tomorrow. So again, fill out your bracket at foxsportsradio.iheart.com for your chance to win $1,000. Get paid.
I'm excited to watch Oregon play too.
You are?
That 5-star show is pretty cool. Y'all should check it out.
We are Fox Sports.
Pretty cool.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox, ready to discover what's next. The South by Southwest Innovation Conference returns to Austin March 12th through the 18th. Connect with leaders and visionaries driving the future of technology, design, business, and culture. Experience thought-provoking sessions, hands-on workshops, and networking that sparks collaboration and creativity. Unlock a 10% discount on your innovation badge when you use code IHEARTINNOVATION at sxsw.com/iHeart. Discount on badge price only, not combinable. Terms apply. Get ready to discover what's next at the South by Southwest Innovation Conference.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Warrants reserved.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Good morning. We do have some slow traffic in the Travis area. 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive. About a 4-minute delay there. Stall cleared from the exit ramp earlier. This is going to be 35 southbound at that Williams Drive. And then a vehicle fire did clear out 35 on the frontage road northbound at Kyle Park. Other than that, things are looking good. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
At Henna Chevrolet, the price you see is the price you get. Like a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT with $15,000 off MSRP. No required dealer accessories when you arrive. No market adjustments. And we have over 40 lenders competing for your business. And when banks compete, you save. That's why Henna is Austin's favorite Chevy dealership. For a lower price made easy. Together, let's drive at Henna Chevrolet or Henna.com.
Do you like free money? Well, today's your lucky day. BetterPicks is offering a free $10 just for signing up. Download the Better app, pick more or less on your favorite player's stats, watch the games, and win some cash. It's that simple. BetterPicks available in 33 states, including Texas, California, and Georgia. Download the Better app today. That's Better, BETR, and get a free $10, no deposit necessary. Must be 21 or older in a jurisdiction where BetterPicks operates. Terms and conditions apply. BetterPicks. Sports just got better.
The world's best are chasing gold. Get inside the action and support the team. Join Insider, the official U.S. ski and snowboard fan loyalty program for exclusive perks. Visit insider.usskiandsnowboard.org to join today.
Season 2 of Unrivaled Basketball is here, and the talent is unreal. The best women's players on the planet are running it back with even bigger moments and bigger stakes. Don't miss as Paige Beckers, Nafisa Collier, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, and more take the court and redefine the game. This isn't your regular season. This is Unrivaled. where the pace is faster, the energy is higher, and every athlete shines. Unrivaled Basketball, Season 2, sponsored by Samsung Galaxy, tips off January 5th on TNT, True TV, and HBO Max.
It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now, all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
We asked kids what it took to be a dad. This is what they had to say.
A father is always present. I mean, what real father figure can you have if they're not there?
In order to be a good dad, you need to love your son. You need to put gas in your car so you don't break down in the middle of nowhere. And you need to make them breakfast. Yep.
I mean, just to maybe play like a board game with me, or to just stay home and play some video games with me. Just to do like that one little thing is what I really look forward to.
I'm not asking him to be a perfect dad, but he should try. He's just a constant force in my life.
There's no other type of love like a dad's love because it's not comparable to anything else.
Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studio, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Guaranteed human. Your home for the horns.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
Or wherever you may be listening. This is a Texas Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Texas is one day closer to kickoff in the final game of the 2025 season for your Texas Longhorns. NFL action comes down to some huge games for the division. Joe Cook of Inside Texas joins us at 7:34. The college football playoffs start tomorrow, and it's nitty-gritty time. Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Texans, joins us at 8:17, and a Texas legend steps away from the 40 acres. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion and leave us a message, all you got to do is use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. If it's good enough, you might hear it on air, and we can hear it instantly. Well, let's get into it because obviously we've been gone. I've been gone for a few days. You guys came in yesterday. Shout out to our guy, Cam Parker, for holding it down yesterday. And
Cam did great, man.
And I see he brought Nick Shuley in, and y'all ended up having CJ Vogel and other people and Tommy Yarsh of Dallas Cowboys.
Listen, man, to be able to cover for the fact that the great Mike Hardge was gone, we had to bring in a dream team.
I mean,
come on, man. Just accept your flowers, man, and go into the new year like,
well, I was disappointed.
did that.
I'm a little disappointed that you couldn't step in and give the intro because I saw you.
I wanted to.
I saw you talking to Cam, and you're like, Cam, you're not going to do it. He steals our stuff. I saw the open. I saw the opening. You talk about I steal your stuff. I don't steal nothing.
No, I didn't say you steal.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No, I did not, Marcus. You got to get the replay.
Oh yeah, we could definitely get the replay.
That's not what I meant.
But so that's not what
I got to hear it.
You heard it.
I'm just saying,
clear.
No.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah.
If that's how you perceived it or thought that's what, no, that's not what it is.
As
I
like
wanted
to say,
Cam
let's go to the
do.
tape. Let's go to the tape.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to the tape. I wanted Cam to try to do it because it's harder than it looks.
Yeah.
And like our fans, and I said that yesterday, our fans expect to hear it.
Correct.
Like they wake up and they go, "Oh, here we go."
Yep.
It's that rallying cry.
It gets you amped.
It gets you going.
Yep.
So we got it for the last show of the year. We was able to get it, and I'm very happy right now.
Well, I appreciate that, but we will go to the tape because I do want
we're
you to
gonna
hear
go to
what
the
you
tape.
said. I do want you to hear what you said. But here's the deal: Texas is getting ready for the Citrus Cheez-It Bowl, or the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, that will be taking place tomorrow, starting at 2:00 with the kickoff. Well, you can hear all the action right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. I'm about to sneeze, so pardon me if I end up getting
it's
there.
coming.
It's not the cheesiest. It's not the cheesiest yet, but it's getting close. But I do wanted to bring this up because tomorrow morning, starting at 10:00, you'll get a chance to listen to Nick Shuley, who was here yesterday, and the Third and Longhorn crew as they get you started. We start from Twin Peaks at 11 a.m. We'll take you up to 1:00 before network broadcast with Craig Way, Roger Wallace, and, of course, the one and only Will Matthews will lead you up to the final game of the 2025 season. We'll be talking to Joe Cook about this final game and getting all the information and the particulars of what he's hearing about this team. But, Mark, it's been a few days since I got a chance to talk to you about this Texas football team and the football game and the expectations of this offense, especially with all the changes. You start to look around. The running back room is a little bit different than what we're used to seeing. And the interesting part about the running back room is not too long ago, we thought it was the deepest room that you could possibly have on the team. And now we're looking at a depleted running back room. Now, I heard you speak of this yesterday. You're excited for your guy, Ryan Niblett, and the possibility of what can happen. But the person that I'm interested in seeing play is Michael Terry.
Terry, yes, sir.
I want to see and understand who this individual is. From folks that don't know, he's from San Antonio. He's a big-time kid. He's played multiple positions while he was at San Antonio. And Mark, halfway through the season, was hearing, oh, wait a minute, Michael Terry, Wildcat, possibilities, things that could happen.
Did you see him in high school?
I did. So my curiosity is now even more to the forefront because he has had a lot of time to focus on the running back position. Now, with that being said, obviously, there is a different running backs coach that is now on staff, other than Chad Scott, who was here with him. So he's learning some new things as well, technique-wise, that he can add to his bag, so to speak. So I'm curious to what he's going to look like at that running back position.
Hardge, I think that,
and how much of an opportunity is he going to get?
He's also a bigger guy than most people expect.
Yeah.
When you see a guy 6'2", like Adrian Peterson was 6'2". You know what I'm saying? Eric Dickerson was 6'2". You know, Derrick Henry 6'2". If his frame can fill out to be what we see with Ball is a big bag that's fast. Like, you get a couple of guys like that running downhill at you, you're just going to be tired. You're just going to be depleted. It's like, you get him. I got him last time. Like, and that's what Texas running back room is becoming. Like, they're gearing up for a big back room. And then you got Ryan Niblett, who I'm sure that he'll see some time, some gadget plays. I hope that we get to see that.
Right.
Because I told you before, like, I don't know if I've seen a better Wildcat runner than Terry in high school. And I feel like with the talents of Arch, we saw Arch make a catch on the Philly special this year. Like you line Arch up out of that slot and have Terry to walk up and get underneath the center. Everybody's going to be like, oh, we got to stop this Wildcat. And he pulls that thing down. He played quarterback too, and was highly successful.
Yep.
He's not just an average guy. So you get people like that, man. Texas has some talent. It's just a matter of using that talent effectively.
Yeah, and those are going to be some of the challenges because, when we do our pregame show tomorrow, and we'll be working on that for tomorrow, we got to do some roster checking. I mean, this isn't the same people that you're used to seeing in the lineup. We now have to really dive in and see who's what and how many opportunities these guys are going to get. So I'm excited about it. I've been asked a bunch of times, is this game, does it mean anything to anybody? I'm like, absolutely. It always means something when you step out there and compete. That's the bottom line of it all.
Your guy CJ Fogle said that it's going to be like the anticipation of the way the spring game used to be.
Right.
With seeing guys play that you hadn't seen play before, or you've seen them play, but they changed their position. Right. And now you want to see what they look like in that position. That's what I'm excited about. And Bo Barnes, like that's the guy linebacker that I'm really, really excited to see, because Bo will come up and take your soul out.
Yeah.
And we have to dial Bo back. Bo, don't spear him when he's on the ground. Keep your face mask up. Like, you got to keep coaching.
Right.
So the coaches have to do a better job with these guys that are not used to being in these situations, because now they're going to get multiple situations. They're not used to getting, I'm going to get 25 plays in a row?
Yeah.
Like, you have to continuously coach these guys.
Well, and that's the thing, too. When you're looking at this particular game, for example, obviously Michigan has had its own issues throughout these problems. Now they have a head coach in Kyle Whittingham. I think that is a great, great hire for Michigan. It's somebody that can kind of stabilize what's going on. And it almost reminds me of when Baylor hired Matt Rule. When Baylor hired Matt Rule, now obviously Michigan and Baylor are not on the same level as far as tradition when it comes to what's going on. But both universities have gone through a scandal in the moment in which they need to, as we like to say around here, put the BBs back in the box.
Right.
This is an important time for Michigan to bring somebody in like a Kyle Whittingham. But most importantly, the Texas Longhorns are a 7-point favorite, and they need to go out there and play like they are the favorite. So we're just getting started on the final show of 2025 here on the Morning Kickoff. 25. We've got so much to get into. Joe Cook of Inside Texas at 7:34. The voice of the Houston Texans, our man Mark Vandermeer, will be joining us at 8:17. But when we come back, we're going to talk about a former Texas Longhorn that deserves his flowers. And I can't wait for Mark Henry to give it to him. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football. We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football, the Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield.
New Year's Eve, the Longhorns square off against Michigan in the Citrus Bowl. Our coverage begins at 1 o'clock.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Well, good morning. We do have a little bit of slow traffic in the Travis area. 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive, about a 5-minute delay there. The vehicle fire that we had earlier did clear out 35 on the frontage road northbound at Kyle Parkway. Other than that, roadways are looking pretty good. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Indeed Sponsored Jobs gives your job posting a turbo boost. Match with the candidates you're looking for, making your hiring simple. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Again, that's Indeed.com/credit.
Hardge here, and the holidays are officially rolling in at Cover Ford Huddle, and we're celebrating the season with big gift wrap savings all month long. Right now, get $12,558 off the MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Super Duty F-250 SRW Lariat. And if you're shopping smart for the perfect truck, how about $10,703 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT? No crowds, no waiting, no last-minute holiday stress. Just powerful trucks, legendary Covert family service, and you're in savings worth unwrapping early. Merry Christmas from Covert Ford Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto, CovertFordHutto.com.
BOGO is back at American Fireworks. Buy one, get one free. Plus up to 70% off select items. We're the largest fireworks store in Austin, Garfield, and Ulen, Texas, with a massive selection of firecrackers, rockets, and more. Find us in Austin at 6608 Highway 183 South, Garfield at 5150 Highway 71 East, and Ulen at 8850 Camino Real. Mention Big Bang for a free item. Hurry in before the New Year frenzy begins. Let American Fireworks light up your sky this season.
Did you miss the Bitcoin wagon? Millions got rich because they got in on a technology you still don't understand. But the crypto gang got greedy, handing control of the Bitcoin network to China. This carelessness gives us a second chance called Texacoin. You're invited on the Texacoin journey. We'll guide you through this new frontier to claim your share of the profits. Don't let your friends get rich without you. Secure your seat as we take Texacoin to the moon and beyond. Learn more at texacoin.org. This is an investment that carries risk. Texacoin.org.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. Only one will leave with an iFit contract worth $250,000. Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Did you know Microsoft has officially ended support for Windows 10? Upgrade to Windows 11 with an LG Gram laptop. Voted PC Mag's Reader's Choice Top Laptop Brand for 2025. Thin and ultra lightweight, the LG Gram keeps you productive anywhere. And Windows 11 gives you access to free security updates and ongoing feature upgrades. Visit lgusa.com/iHeart for great seasonal savings on LG Gram laptops with Windows 11. PC Mag Reader's Choice used with permission. All rights reserved.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Bowl season is here, and BetOnline gives you more ways to play. With the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action, you will never miss a moment of the college football bowl season and pro football playoff races. From pro and college basketball to cage fighting and hockey futures, BetOnline keeps you locked into the action all year long. And when the games are over, head over to BetOnline Casino. With all the hottest slot games, classic table games, live dealers, and massive jackpots waiting to be hit. BetOnline, the game starts here.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
Look of Inside Texas joins us at 7:34 a.m. this morning. Right now, I gotta get my man to give up some flowers because last night what we had the opportunity to see is something that a lot of folks here on the 40 Acres grew seem to love. And throughout the beginning of the season, we had a conversation about one guy, and his name was Bijan Robinson.
And
you
now,
got the ultimate weapon. You got Bijan Robinson. You got the ultimate.
It's got to prove it to me.
What? Yeah. So our conversation at the beginning of the year was, hey, I think Bijan is one of the best players in the NFL. And you're like, well, we'll see. I mean, he's talented.
Said don't crown him. You gotta prove it to me.
Okay. And so just for reference.
Okay.
Just for reference. Games with 150 plus yards this season. Just this season. Total offense. Bijan Robinson has 7 games where he's had over 150 total yards in a ball game. The closest person to him is Puka Nacua, and he had 4 of those. Behind Puka, Devon Achane, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, and Christian McCaffrey. They all have 3 games with those types of numbers. Another point that I wanted to make is he's closing in on Chris Johnson. Remember him? Lightning, fast, cold-blooded, up the field. Yeah, that kind of fast.
Yeah.
He's closing in on the single-season record for the most yards in NFL history. The record is 2,509. He's 254 yards away from that. And last night, he put on a show against a team that is one of the best out there in the Rams. Team that they're gonna fall a little short and give me my cash in on my chips. It ain't gonna happen because I had them winning the West and they faltered down the stretch, especially after last night's loss to
two in a row
to the Atlanta Falcons on a big Monday night matchup, 27-24. But Bijan Robinson went for 195 yards on the ground. 195 yards. Mm-hmm. The problem is they took him out, and he should have went for 200. And one of the best to do it, Adrian Peterson, had something to say about the Atlanta Falcons in the way that they stopped using Bijan Robinson.
So I just finished watching the LA Rams against Atlanta game. And towards the end of the game, you see Robinson, he ended up with 195 yards. And I'm sitting there wondering why on the last run of the game, they give the ball to somebody else. This kid had been balling all game, play after play, big play after big play. You guys are just handing the ball off to get a couple more yards to get a closer field goal. Why not give it to the kid, let him get his 200 or a chance to get 200 yards? I don't know. It makes sense to me. I don't know. I was pissed off about that. Good win. A win is a win. So I'm sure they're happy about that. But as a running back, I just understand why you wouldn't give that kid a chance to at least get in the end zone or, go after 200 yards. I don't know. Either way, hell of a game, youngster. Good dub.
Bijan Robinson, 195 yards last night, including a 93-yard touchdown rush. Had 5 receptions for 34 yards. Bijan Robinson had over 200 yards of total offense.
Bless you. I see he allergic to my bullshit.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins only threw for 126 yards in that game last night.
That's a shame.
Bijan Robinson, are you ready to give him?
You mean Mark Henry? Are you ready to give Bijan?
Are you Mark Henry?
Okay, there we go.
The man who said he got to prove it to you. Are you ready to say, I was wrong. He proved it to me. I accept that Bijan is the ultimate weapon in the NFL.
Counselor, due in light to the evidence that you brought to the table, I indeed have to concede, Mr. Robinson, it is his neighborhood. That dude
is a problem.
Is so shifty.
Yes.
And what made me a fan of the Dallas Cowboys was not the star. Well, it was the star, but his name was Tony Dorsett. You hand that guy the ball on the 1 yard line, and he takes it 99 for a touchdown. That is the Bijan effect. Regardless of where you are on the field, he's a weapon that can go. And there's not many guys like that. And I wanted him to have this type of year in order for people to put the crown on his head. But Bijan, and you're gonna laugh so hard. I wish that Atlanta would just trade him.
Oh my goodness.
They don't deserve him. They don't. Adrian Peterson was right. Did you see Bijan's face? They kept going and showing his face when those last 4 runs.
Yeah.
He was shaking his head like, what did I do? Like, what's going on? All he needed was 5 yards.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. When you bunched everybody in with Algiers, you changed the way that offense works. Bijan, they spread him out. They don't want, and he gaps guys all the time. That first guy really don't have a chance.
Yep.
And Atlanta, the head coach should make an apology today. The offensive coordinator should make a written apology today in order to back the fans down, because this is one of those firestorms that could get everybody fired. Because all of the baseball, all of the football purists, somebody like Adrian Peterson, they see what's going on. Arthur Blank, I guarantee you, he looked so stressed. Like that guy's too old to have that much stress. Those coaches put them through that stress.
Right.
Allowing that team to come back and almost beat Atlanta for the second time, having the biggest comeback of all time. Bijan deserves better.
Right.
And crown him. Crown him. He's that guy.
Thank you, Mark Henry, for finally stepping into the light and understood and understand.
I gave up on him too soon.
Yes. That seems to
be.
But
them first 3 games of the season,
hey, let him.
It was rocky.
Hey, let him cook.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
I have no argument.
The only person that could stop Bijan Robinson
is the coaching staff. Raheem Morris need to be fired.
Raheem Morris is
Can we
one
get a ballot together to get him fired?
To really get himself into a situation that makes you understand that this dude has done some amazing, amazing things. And not only has he done some amazing things, he has led his team to a place that if the coach would decide to give him the ball more, Atlanta would be a playoff team. I thought Atlanta coming into the season had a great opportunity, but they had to deal with Drake London injury. They had to deal with Michael Penix injury. They had to deal with Raheem Morris and the offensive coordinator not getting Bijan Robinson the ball. And, of course, they got to learn how to stop people. And last night, they decided it was time for me to be able to stop somebody. But it came a little too late, although the water is muddy. And we'll talk about how this could play out with this weekend's games. But coming up next, we're going to talk to our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. What's going on with the training for the Cheez-It Bowl? And is he feeling cheesy? Oh, I guess we all are a little bit right now. We'll continue the conversations and so much more right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Still working that slow traffic in the Travis area, 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive. It's about a 5-minute delay right now. If you run across road construction, always just please slow down with caution. Take it easy out there. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
The holiday hustle is real. The traffic, the crowds, the never-ending to-do list.
And nowhere to park. Perfect.
That's why drivers use ParkWiz. They already save up to 50% when they book ahead. This holiday season, use promo code JINGLE10 in the ParkWiz app for an extra 10% off your next reservation. Because during the holidays, every minute and every dollar counts. ParkWiz. Less circling, more celebrating. Download the ParkWiz app and use code JINGLE10 to save an extra 10% today. Offer valid through December 31st. App reservations only. Limit 1 per user.
Do you like free money? Well, today's your lucky day. Better Picks is offering a free $10 just for signing up. Download the Better app, pick more or less on your favorite player's stats, watch the games, and win some cash. It's that simple. Better Picks available in 33 states, including Texas, California, and Georgia. Download the Better app today. That's Better. BETR, and get a free $10, no deposit necessary. Must be 21 or older in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Better Picks. Sports just got better.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down. Get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
The Cavs had 7 players in double figures, beat the Spurs 113-101. Victor Wembanyama led San Antonio with 26. Texans activated receiver Justin Watson from injured reserve. The Texans need to beat the Colts Sunday, and the Jags lose to the Titans to clinch the AFC South. Citrus Bowl kicks off tomorrow. Texas will face Michigan in Orlando. I'm Ronta Moss.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Discover.
Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
Jesus didn't live passively. He lived on a rescue mission. As we step into the new year, the Daily Pursuit with Tim Tebow podcast reminds us that God has called us to more, to live on purpose and rise as conquerors. As followers of Christ, we're called to do the same, because discipline may be painful in the moment, but it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace. Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search The Daily Pursuit with Tim Tebow and listen now.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges. At the Bob Woodruff Foundation, we invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. Learn more about our work at bobwoodrufffoundation.org/success.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. And joining us as he does every Tuesday all season long is our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas. You can follow him at Joseph Cook 89. And Joe, the week has been kind of interesting when you start to think about all the things that have happened along the way. The changes in the front office. When I say that, I mean on the coaching staff. The changes in the locker room. When I say that, I mean in the players entering the portal. But one thing is for sure, there is a game tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock as Texas and Michigan are two of the truest helmets in the game. And that is something that everyone should be excited about.
Yeah, exactly. It's one more football game, and I don't think we should ever lose sight that when you're on the field, when you take the sidelines, you put on the jerseys and stuff like that, you're there to win the game. And I think both teams are there to do that. I know that Texas has a little bit been hit more by the opt out and transfer portal bug than Michigan has, although there are some significant defensive players not available for Michigan. They are what they are though, and they've had all these different things happen, of course, with Sharon Moore and a search at head coach. So still a lot of distractions for both teams. But again, like you said, this is a kind of an appetizer game for the rest of the evening. They're going to play this game, 2 helmets, and then they're going to start getting into what we all kind of really love about New Year's Day as college football fans with the playoffs. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. And I wanted to ask you this because, the one thing that stood out from last week and leading into this week was the late opt-out and possible transfer of Trey Wisner. A week ago, it seemed like he was here to stay. And if I wasn't mistaken, I thought that maybe he put out a statement, but I could be wrong. But then all of a sudden we find out that he's going to be leaving, and now it gives opportunity for a tryout, I guess you would say, for the backs that are remaining, especially with the new running backs coach being involved as well.
Yeah, running back is it's going to be a youth movement. Pretty much anybody available is going to be a redshirt freshman or younger. Christian Clark was getting those first reps. Without, when you lose C.J. Baxter and Quintravian Wisner and Jarrett Gibson during the season, that limits who's available. And with Wisner, I think in his mind he's a running back one. I think Texas views him as valuable, but maybe not running back one valuable. And there was a difference there. But this is going to be an opportunity for Christian Clark, James Simon. Those two guys, even Ryan Niblett, and maybe even Michael Terry. Those are the 4 running backs they got available. Some of those guys, I think I looked it up, they have 15 combined pass protection reps. So Arch Manning better be ready to help his running backs out a little bit. But we've seen those guys do some good things toting the rock, and I think it's going to be fun to see what they can do because we know that Texas is going to go into the transfer portal at running back. We're trying, we have heard from On3 or via reporting from On3 and Pete Nakos that they've talked to or expressed interest in Caleb Hawkins from North Texas, who is one of the All-American running backs this year. We know they're going to have to get a few in the transfer portal, but those guys aren't going to show up before now and tomorrow, and a lot of opportunity for these younger players.
Well, 2 things. One, isn't this a time that the elite coaches get to show their mettle, and are you feeling cheesy?
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is going to be a game to see who has good fundamentals. I don't think we're going to get some fancy scheme stuff because Texas still has its offensive play caller. Michigan still has its defensive play caller, but both teams are on the opposite matchup. They're down their primary guys. Michigan's even on their 3rd guy. Sharon Moore called plays, and I think it was going to go to Chip Lindsey. Chip Lindsey's taking a job at Missouri, so now they're on a 3rd guy to call plays. PK gets let go, Will Muschamp's not calling the defense. They're going to have Johnny Nansen call the defense. And, we'll see what he does. But when you have basically 2 linebackers total on your team, you have to be fundamental. You have to be, ready to just play your simple role. And we're going to see how that shakes out. And, yeah, I mean, I was kind of making the joke the other day. It's a citrus. How do you combine Cheez-Its and citrus? Like, are you eating an orange in a Cheez-It? Or are you getting one of the Chipotle flavor ones? But I don't know about y'all. I think of college football commercials, that one's so simple and so effective, and it's in probably an easy top 3 list for me when it comes to college football advertisements.
That would be very funny to see somebody trying to organize a food show and not be able to put anything together with both of those items. So that'd be fun. But you think this is a show game? Like, you got the offensive coordinator, you got the running backs coach, you got the linebackers coach. You want to show them, the new defense coordinator, that I'm that guy. You don't have to bring somebody in. Who do you feel like will be the ones that will be able to do that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is a big game for the linebackers. Anthony Hill declared for the draft, not playing the bowl game. Leon Golafau entering the portal. So you're left with 2 very young options. One's Ty Anthony Smith, who I think everybody is a very, very high on with the Texas program. Just an all-around football player and a really good linebacker too. And then there's Bo Barnes, a true freshman from Dallas Skyline. He played in the Arkansas game, a little bit of extended action, but then that's kind of been it. And this is going to be his opportunity. So especially for a coach like Will Muschamp, who he's probably going to take on secondary responsibilities, but the linebackers coach, the linebackers is going to be a key role for him as well. They're going to need help in the portal, but this is a chance for someone like Barnes and Smith to make great first impressions and say, you know what, that linebacker you're bringing in, they're not going to be ahead of me. And there's a long off season between now and whenever Texas State drives up the I-35 from San Marcos. But the guys who are currently playing for Texas have the best opportunity to make a good first impression on Texas coaches for next season.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. They get this opportunity. They have to make the most of it. And, of course, you're playing against a team like the Michigan Wolverines who, regardless of what's going on, they still have a lot of talent. Their quarterback is special, and they've got some special guys all over the field. So I'm with you on that. Before I let you go, man, I don't know if you do score predictions, but if you had to put a wager on this, Texas is a 7-point favorite at this bowl game. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, 7 points was a little surprising for me to continue to see that. I think it's just one of the things that you see all these opt-outs in the secondary. Well, that's where a lot of the busts were. So I have it. I wrote it down somewhere, but I have Texas winning. I think I have it at like 27-20 or something like that. I think this is a game where Arch Manning can take advantage of a tough secondary that's not been up to full strength for Michigan. They're missing their best pass rusher. And we know Texas probably isn't going to try to be super effective running the football. Right. Your offense is Arch Manning at this point. And I think Texas can put up a few more points in that respect than Michigan can by playing their churn it out, grind you out ball.
There it is. Our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas, taking the time. Want to wish you a happy new year. Enjoy the rest of the time. And, of course, obviously enjoy the ball game tomorrow. And if you're not going to be there, you can always listen to it right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. Thanks, Joe.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro.
When we come back, we'll continue the conversations. A Texas legend steps away from the 40 acres, and we will talk about what history looks like right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Texas basketball Hardball is back on the hardwood, and AM 1300 The Zone is your home for every bucket.
How about poke for three? How about it?
Every dunk.
Now drives. Baseline goes up with a two-handed jam. Oh, what a throwdown.
Every heart-stopping moment.
Come on, drives in. Off the glass. Ah, it's good. Here's Taylor, 2 seconds. Launches from midcourt. Off the rim, no good. Texas wins the game.
All season long on The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Still working that slow traffic in the Travis area, 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive. It's about a 5-minute delay right now. If you run across road construction, always just please slow down with caution. Take it easy out there. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Season 2 of Unrivaled Basketball is here, and the talent is unreal. The best women's players on the planet are running it back with even bigger moments and bigger stakes. Don't miss as Paige Beckers, Nafisa Collier, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, and more take the court and redefine the game. This isn't your regular season. This is Unrivaled, where the pace is faster, the energy is higher, and every athlete shines. Unrivaled Basketball, Season 2, sponsored by Samsung Galaxy, tips off January 5th on TNT, True TV, and HBO Max.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
Looking for something new? Try fencing, the Olympic and Paralympic sport that mixes speed, strategy, and fun. It's like chess meets cardio. Quick feet, quick decisions, and the satisfying beat when you score a point. Kids, teens, and adults can start anytime. No experience needed, and many clubs have loaner gear. Coaches teach fundamentals and safety from day one. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org. That's SESAME.org. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, All I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play. That my worth isn't determined by my performance. That even on my worst day, I am worthy. That you see me learning, growing, and doing my best. And that is enough.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Washington Secondary School Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Stuff from our guy Joe Cook of On 3 and Inside Texas as he breaks it down. Like coming up at 8:17, we will talk to the voice of the Houston Texans, who have been hot here lately. With our guy Mark Vandermeer as he breaks down the Houston Texans, what's expected for them, and how the movement is looking for the Texans. They've been killing it.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the news came out that tomorrow, effective December 31st, Jody Conrad, who built the University of Texas women's basketball team and Texas women athletics in a respectable fashion, has now decided that she is going to step away from the program and concentrate more on the rest of her life. And of course, she will still continue to be a department volunteer. She'll be around providing input and support whenever she is needed, because it's time. She has done a great job. She's been a great ambassador. She was at the Austin Sports Awards inaugural event. Her, Chris Plonsky, and what they've been able to do with this program is something that is kind of undeniable on who she is. 49 years she's been at the University of Texas. She joined the University of Texas in 1976, and she was the first full-time women's head coach in 2 sports. She had basketball, and a lot of folks didn't know this because I did not know this, but she also started with volleyball here at the University of Texas. So throughout her years in a national championship in basketball with your girl, Fran Harris, and what she's been able to do, they've had Final Four appearances. They have done an unbelievable job here at the university, and what she's been able to do for women's athletics is something that we all need to give a round of applause to, because this Texas women's program, whether it's, where it is right now with Coach Vic, but along the way, Texas women's basketball has always been a prominent part of college women's basketball.
Jody Conrad is a national treasure. When I say that, I don't mean she's a Longhorn legend. She's a women's sports legend, worldwide women's sports legend. Mm-hmm. The statue is not big enough. I mean, it should look like the Eiffel Tower. Like, she is one of the most influential people in women's sports. People like Pudgy Stockton in the lifting world, Jan Todd. You go to track and field and you break out all of the Olympians that have paved the way. Jody Conrad did that for basketball. Mm-hmm. Not just college, but to be able to have Olympic coaching on your resume, to be able to have world coach, like she just, man, we take it for granted sometimes, the people that's walking around, the 40 acres. Jody Conrad should be held at a really, really high regard.
And I think a lot of people do hold that at a big regard, especially because when you start to look at what Texas was in the women's sports, period, not just, as you said, not just the University of Texas, but women's athletics all over the NCAA and the landscape of it, how they train, what did they do in the beginning, what was the purpose of you starting this women's program, and where are you going with it? And for them to be as good as they are now, think about where it was then, because it's totally different.
And the fights that they had over money and,
of course.
and self-worth. And, you're just here along for the ride. All of that went away. Like, she fought all those battles.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, man, just to, be able to spend time with her, over these last 20 years. You know, I feel like that's one of the blessings that I had in Austin, is to be able to call Jody Conrad a friend.
Yeah, and she continues to be an advocate for the university. She has still an advocate for Title IX. She has done everything you can possibly do in the landscape of college, whether it's sports or the politics behind it all that she had to fight for. And you start looking at who this university leans on in those moments. Chris Plonsky and Jody Conrad. Those are the ones that will always be involved in it, have always been involved in it. And obviously with Chris Del Conte, CDC, being able to come in and kind of enhance everything that was worked for here at the university. You start to look around at his hiring practices. You see what happens on the women's side of it. They just went out and got the new women's soccer coach because they want to win championships in soccer as well. You look at how all of the changes that have happened in women's sports, Vic Schaefer being here now, being the guy at the University of Texas that is leading this women's program right now, 15-0, as they get ready to go into SEC play. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But you start to understand what it looks like, how it moves, and what it's supposed to be. And Jody Conrad was at the forefront of all of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not many people that you can look at in the box of famous coaches, famous athletes that have more cachet than Jody Conrad.
Yep.
And, you know, if we sit here and list her accomplishments, it would take another segment.
Yeah, she retired. Well, to back up what you're talking about, she retired from coaching following the 2006-07 season with 900 career victories, 10 Southwest Conference titles, 2 Big 12 Conference regular season titles, with 9 postseason appearances. And, of course, they had that perfect season of 34-0. 34-0. Think about that. And it's the only title. Only women's national title, only basketball national title that Texas at this university has ever had. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. College football playoffs start back up tomorrow night, and we're going to get into all of the matchups right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
BOGO is back at American Fireworks. Buy one, get one free. Plus up to 70% off select items. We're the largest fireworks store in Austin, Garfield, and Ulen, Texas, with a massive selection of firecrackers, rockets, and more. Find us in Austin at 6608 Highway 183 South, Garfield at 5150 Highway 71 East, and Ulen at 8850 Camino Real. Mention Big Bang for a free item. Hurry in before the New Year frenzy begins. Let American Fireworks light up your sky this season.
Today, we'll attempt a feat once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. It requires merely one thing, a SoFi personal loan. With it, you could save big on interest charges by consolidating into one low fixed-rate monthly payment. Defy high-interest debt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/defy to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
The world's best are chasing gold. Get inside the action and support the team. Join Insider, the official U.S. ski and snowboard fan loyalty program, for exclusive perks. Visit insider.usskiandsnowboard.org to join today.
At Henna Chevrolet, the price you see is the price you get. Like a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT with $15,000 off MSRP. No required dealer accessories when you arrive. No market adjustments. And we have over 40 lenders competing for your business. And when banks compete, you save. That's why Henna is Austin's favorite Chevy dealership. For a lower price made easy. Together, let's drive at Henna Chevrolet or Henna.com.
Start the year with a splash of flavor. Heartland Steakco's Reef and Beef Package combines juicy steak and fresh seafood for the ultimate celebration. With the Reef and Beef Package from Heartland Steakco, you will be feasting on Maine cold water lobster, jumbo USA sea scallops, 16-ounce USDA choice ribeye steaks, and 8-ounce filet mignon, delivered straight to your door. Don't wait long, because the Reef and Beef Package from Heartland Steakco will not be around forever. So treat yourself or pick one up as a gift for family, friends, clients, or anyone who loves that true Midwest taste. Ordering is easy at heartlandsteaksco.com. And right now, when you spend $199.99 or more, you'll get free shipping plus $26 off with promo code NEWYEAR26. Give the gift of flavor this year with Heartland Steakco. That's heartlandsteaksco.com, promo code NEWYEAR26. Taste the Heartland difference.
This is Jim. Hello. Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now,
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Every business has an ambition. PayPal Open is the platform designed to help you grow into yours. With business loans so you can expand and access to hundreds of millions of PayPal customers worldwide. And your customers can pay all the ways they want with PayPal, Venmo, Pay Later, and all major cards, so you can focus on scaling up. When it's time to get growing, there's one platform for all business. PayPal Open. Grow today at paypalopen.com. Loans subject to approval in available locations.
Want to save some money in 2026? Stop paying for apps you don't need. The iHeartRadio app is completely free. Live radio stations, music playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet. The #1 app for radio is free. iHeartRadio. Listen now.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. In hour number 1, we talked about Texas taking on Michigan as a 7-point favorite. You can listen to the game and all the pregame show action right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, starting tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with Third and Longhorn, followed by the pregame show with myself, Mark Henry, and of course our leader Cam Parker, and then Craig Way, Roger Wallace, and our guy Will Matthews will take you all the way up through the game as Texas and Michigan get it started tomorrow afternoon at 2:00. We also have Mark finally give respect and flowers to one Bijan Robinson after his performance yesterday in the Monday Night Football matchup as the Atlanta Falcons beat the LA Rams.
And it was not forced. It was earned.
Yeah, he earned that. And then we heard from our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas, and we just spoke about Jody Conrad. Coming up at 8:17, we will we will have a call from Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans, as they continue to roll. He's excited, and guess what? They play the Colts this week, so he's going to be fired up. But right now, let's get into it. College football playoffs are back in action tomorrow night. The Texas and Michigan game is the appetizer. The main course starts tomorrow night at 6:30 as the University of Miami take on the defending national champion Ohio State Buckeyes in the Cotton Bowl tomorrow night at 6:30. Ohio State is a 9.5-point favorite. University of Miami went into College Station and handled their business against the Aggies, but Ohio State had a bunch of time off. They didn't have any changes, no opt-outs. None of that stuff is going on because they're in the playoffs, and now they get to take on the Miami Hurricanes. Do we see the old Carson Beck, the one that will turn the ball over, or do we see the one that played well against the Aggies?
Yes, we will see Carson Beck turn the ball over. Against really good competition, he will throw that shot put that he always throws. I don't know why. Like, why is everybody so high on him?
He's a
shot putter.
He's a prototypical type of quarterback when you look at the size, the stature, and he's got a big arm. He has a big arm.
Well, he can throw it far, but just not accurate.
Well,
and it looks like a tumbling. It looked like a punt.
Carson Beck.
Oh my gosh, man! When he played at was it Georgia?
Georgia, yeah.
When he played at Georgia, and they had that really intense game, Georgia and Alabama, and it was score for score for score. Every pass that he made, it looked like it was going to get intercepted, and it didn't. But then at the end of the game, it did.
They call that precision.
That's not what that's called. That's called a hope and a prayer. Lord Jesus, please make the getting.
Gunslinger.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys.
Yeah, he's Brett Favre Jr.
So it seems like you're going to go with Miami. I mean, Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm going with Ohio State.
Okay, you rolling with Ohio State. The next game will be at 11 a.m. Texas Tech will be taking on the Oregon Ducks in the Orange Bowl. Oregon comes in as a 2.5-point favorite. Texas Tech, they spent a lot of money to get to this point, and it looks like it is paying off because they got the bye. Now they get to play the game against the Oregon Ducks, Big 10 versus Big 12. This is a matchup that if Texas Tech can control the football and not turn it over, if their quarterback, Bear Morton, does not turn the ball over, this can be one of those games that come down to the very end.
Well, Texas Tech also has a physical defense.
Absolutely.
And,
that front
and
four
I don't
can
think
get
that Oregon has ran into a defense like this other than Penn State, who they beat Penn State, but I still think that Texas Tech defense is better.
And this will be another game where the nation will get a chance to see Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker for Texas Tech, win all the awards. He won all the defensive awards. Now the nation will truly get a chance to watch this young man play.
Is it okay for me to just say a prayer real quick? Lord, please let Jacob Rodriguez fall to 14 so the Cowboys can draft him.
Oh, my gosh.
Please. I've been good this year,
Cowboys,
Lord.
Huh? Had to bring it back.
Oh. That dude is amazing, man.
He's
and
tough.
He can play in as well as linebacker.
He's tough, and I like the way he handles his business. He was a former high school quarterback, and now he turned himself into one of the best linebackers in college football. And we also have the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day, as number 9 Alabama will travel and take on Indiana in the Rose Bowl. That game kicks off at 2:30 Central Time. Indiana, a 7-point favorite. Now, I know the last game that Alabama played, they started off slow, but they finished strong against Oklahoma. But I don't think they can get behind in this game and try to fight their way back into it by passing the ball against Indiana. This Indiana team, number 1 team in the nation, get a chance to see Kirk Cignetti and his thought process of what he sees with this game. It'll be an interesting task for Alabama to get past this one. 7-point favorite.
7-point favorite. I don't think so. 7 points. I think this is going to be a really close game. I mean, like kick a field goal to win game.
Alabama has been in these moments. Indiana has not. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how Indiana and Kirk Cignetti go out and try to establish. You know as well as I do, most of the time, if you win the Heisman Trophy, you've been on the circuit and eating ho-hos and hanging out and not doing the things that you need to do as far as practice. So we'll see what Mendoza does, as he is the Heisman Trophy winner with the number 1 ranked team in the land.
Yeah, I think he's been making the circuit with the awards and all of that. Yeah, I hope he's been focused, because that can derail your energy.
Right.
And Alabama, they want to prove that they're better than people have looked at them.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, then you also look at this. You got the Sugar Bowl. Ole Miss, who had a player just get arrested for going 110 miles an hour. Ole Miss, are they turning into Georgia because they're playing Georgia, so they wanted to see who could get there faster?
Let's out Georgia them.
Exactly. Ole Miss dealing with the situation with their coach
We
gone,
got felons.
and now they have to go in and take on a team in the Georgia Bulldogs, who also has been in this situation. They've won national championships, and now they're playing in Atlanta at the Sugar Bowl. Oh, wait, that's in New Orleans, right? Yeah, the Sugar Bowl is always in New Orleans. They will be in New Orleans taking on Ole Miss. So that will be a big-time matchup as well. Georgia sits at a 6.5-point favorite. What say you?
Well, I'm going to have to go with Georgia, man. That defense is nasty, and they're very consistent on offense. And the wide receiver that they have is he's a gadget guy. Like, he's not really, really fast, but he is super quick. And in and out of his breaks, he always creates space. You saw him against Texas. He scored on Texas twice, I think, and there was no answer for him.
Yeah, I look at this Ole Miss team, and like I said before, they have the athletes, but do they have the mindset? Georgia, they fight every day at practice. Like, they are ready to hurt each other every day, and that is what Kirby Smart lives for. He wants you to come out there and be a physical football team. That's right. Let's go out there and be a physical football team. Let's go out there and try to beat up our opponents, because by the fourth quarter, they're tired of being hit that much. And that is what Georgia's mindset is. Is Ole Miss ready to be that team that can take that next step? Their quarterback, I'll ride with him every day. Yeah. But you also have to look at what Georgia brings to the table every single game.
Do you think that the circus is going to affect Ole Miss?
I don't think so. I think they've already proven it. I mean, they had their warm-up game. And you notice it's been a lot.
But they played Walmart University, though.
They had their warm-up game. They got through. That was the week. And they got to do it at home. Now, we haven't heard much about it. They got their head coach. We haven't had a lot of conversation about what's going on. We saw Lane Kiffin's little I'm going to show up to the game, but then I'm going to leave before the game is over. Didn't even watch his team play. Didn't even watch the rest of the game. Ended up leaving.
Yeah.
And that's why people know exactly who Lane Kiffin is. People don't look at Lane as somebody that's serious. Yes, calls great plays, never won anything. What has Lane Kiffin won to make him this great coach? And
jobs.
He's had jobs that he eventually walks away from. And that seems like he got trust
Your
issues.
boy Lincoln Riley is on that Lane Kiffin starter kit right now.
Well, I mean,
I think we should
different
talk about
strokes
it.
for different folks. You know what I'm talking about? Coming up next, we're going to talk to our guy, Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans, as the Texans continue to roll and they're ready to finish out the season. But can they win the division? We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
The Texas Longhorns are bowling in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl tomorrow against the Michigan Wolverines. Twin Peaks Round Rock has all your game day action. Come out for Longhorns game day beginning at 11 a.m. Join me, Cameron Parker, alongside Mike Hardball Hardge and Mark Henry as we break down Texas versus Michigan with special guests and insiders. And then stick around for kickoff. Great food, cold beer, and that burnt orange energy. We'll see you there. Hook 'em.
The party's just getting started.
iHeartRadio and ABC bring you Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve.
Join me, Ryan Seacrest, live from Times Square.
Ring in 2026 with performances from 50 Cent, Chappell Roan, Demi Lovato, Diana Ross, Maren Morris, Mariah Carey, Pitbull, Post Malone, and so many more.
It's America's biggest countdown party of the year.
Tomorrow night, starting at 7.
Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve.
Watch on ABC.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Well, we have an accident reported causing a 9-minute delay. This is going to be 35 southbound right after Breaker Lane. Stop and go traffic back from Palmer Lane. Slow traffic, keeping it in Travis area. I-35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive. This is about a 3-minute delay. And good news, accident cleared out Bannister Lane at South Ridge Drive. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Hardge here, and Christmas time is here at Covert Chevy Hutto. They're celebrating all season with big holiday savings all month long. Right now, get $12,090 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Custom. And if you're hauling family, gifts, and a whole crew, get a new 2025 Chevy Suburban High Country for $9,308 off of MSRP. No rush, no crowds, just powerful Chevys, hometown hospitality, and the year-end deals worth unwrapping. And that's at Covert Chevy Hutto, right off Highway 79. CovertChevyHutto.com. Together, let's drive.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on TrainerGames.com.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Big news, Texas. The Silencer Shop showroom is now open in Liberty Hill. Get hands-on with silencers, explore interactive displays, and talk with our expert staff. Whether you're new or a pro, we can make your guns better because we give a shh. The new Silencer Shop showroom, now open in Liberty Hill.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Millions of people move every year for all kinds of reasons. When that time comes, it helps to go with a company you can trust. Penske Truck Rental. Their trucks are clean, newer, well-maintained, and you get free unlimited miles on one-way rentals. And there's no fee if you want to change your reservation. They've got over 2,500 locations and live support around the clock. Penske helps you gain ground like no other company can. Go to PenskeTruckRental.com or download the Penske Truck Rental app.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
Morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It's Tuesday, so we can go to H-Town and go to talk to our guy, the voice of the Houston Texans, Mark Vandermeer. The Texans are winner of 8 straight games. They defeat the LA Chargers going out to LA 20-16. Another great performance by CJ Stroud. You got some action on the running game, and you got a chance to see some young players make some big plays in that Texans offense. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing so well, guys. You know, it's hard to believe that less than 2 months ago, we sat here and the team had lost to Denver and CJ was concussed. And where was it all going at 3-5? And now look at them. And they're as hot as anybody wants to be coming into the postseason here. Still have an very outside chance at the division. But keep everybody healthy this weekend. You get into the playoffs, and who knows what happens. But I thought that win over the Chargers was really good. They're a good team playing at home with a lot on the line. Division, possible 1 seed. They were going well with a 4-game winning streak, and you took them down, and it was really satisfying.
Mark, the way that defense is playing, everybody is afraid. Nobody wants any of the Texans. And you got your favorite team to beat on, Indianapolis Colts, coming in town. What do you think that game is going to be like? How's it going to play out?
Well, on Sunday, prior to kickoff with the Jags, they were my favorite team, period, because I wanted them to beat the Jags so that way the Texans could beat the Colts and just win the division outright, and that would have been really fun. But the Phillip Rivers thing, it's not really working. It's fun to watch. I love the story. But, look, they just didn't have enough to get it done against the Jaguars. And now I haven't read the recent reports if there's anything today, but I guess he's not going to play. They were talking as if Riley Leonard was going to be the guy. They signed another quarterback to the practice squad. I think the Rivers thing is over. But even if it isn't, the Texans should be able to take care of the Colts on Sunday. And the question is, do you rest guys? How many guys do you rest? Do you rest anybody? Because you'll feel pretty silly if you're sitting there trailing the Colts late in the game and you rested a lot of guys and somehow the Titans are pulling off a tremendous upset and leading the Jaguars. You'll feel really silly about that. So I don't know how they handle it, but it's all going to be fun to watch. It makes for an exciting final weekend with a lot less pressure because you are already in.
And, you know, one of the things that I was excited about in that matchup, you got a chance. Obviously, Woody Marks has done a great job as he's getting his opportunities. But Jahar Jordan ran the ball well and was making some plays also. Is this something that you expected coming into the game or was led to believe that Jahar Jordan was going to get more of an opportunity?
Yeah, I think after Jahar put together a 100-yard game in his debut, you knew he was going to get some carries. And Nick Chubb, I think it's not over for Nick Chubb. He had 1 carry in the game against the Chargers, but I believe the rotation is going to be Woody Marks and then Jahar Jordan. Kind of I can't call it thunder and lightning. It's a little thunder and lightning and then more lightning. I don't know what to say, but I like that 1-2 punch they have. And Nick Chubb can still bring it if necessary late in the game, but they have been using Woody Marks late in games. Woody Marks has been able to run out the clock for you in a lot of these matchups. That's been fun because you don't want to see the defense have to get back on the field and win the game that way. So I think the running game, look, it's not a juggernaut, but they ran for over 100 yards against a tough defense, and they ran the ball when the Chargers knew they wanted to run the ball, and that's what I like. At the end of the game, the Chargers desperately trying to get it back, and they couldn't do it. So I do like that. I like what Woody Marks is bringing. Everybody's playing banged up, but you got to bring it because it's December, January. Here we go.
I was just about to say that they've had a lot of injuries. What does it look like on this wide receiver corps? Is Higgins going to be able to be 100%, or is he? They're going to have to go to the next guy up?
No, I think Higgins is okay. He caught that 75-yard bomb. No, I like their group. I think the group is going to be good at wide receiver. I like the fact that the rookie struck deep in the opening moments of the game. That was big because Nico Collins draws so much attention. And then you had that dagger throw to Nico, another one late in the game where you're trying to kill the clock. And when you need a play, you go to number 12. I mean, I often use the analogy with DeAndre Hopkins. Like, if you need a big bucket, you go to DeAndre back in the day. And that seemed like more of a low post turnaround or something like that. Nico, it's a 3-pointer. It's 3rd and 12. We got to get it. Go get it. And Nico gets it for you. So it's awesome to see him come up with clutch catch after clutch catch. I really love that. I thought Stroud played well. Look, the picks were terrible. It's too bad. The one was a deflection. Another one I thought Kirk didn't cut in front of the DB, but you got to, everybody's to blame, whatever. It happened. But with a defense like this, they're like an eraser on mistakes you make. You had 2 picks in your end, and the Chargers only got 3 points out of it because the Texans are also kryptonite to opposing kickers. Get this, guys. Opposing kickers outside 40 yards are 6 of 13 against the Texans. That's incredible. That's an incredible stat. I don't know if the Elias Sports Bureau has any info on that, but that's an amazing stat, and it's all because of the fear of Danico Autry blocking kicks. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're talking to the voice of the Houston Texans, Mark Vandermeer, which you can hear all the Texans games right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. When you start to look at this team and how things kind of play out, it's interesting to me because the Texans may come out and they may be hitting on all cylinders, and then the gap will close a little bit, or they'll come from behind and win the game in impressive fashion. D'Amico has this team believing every single week. Is that something that you're feeling every time this team steps on the field?
Yeah, because during this streak, the fourth quarter has been theirs, and that's the feeling you get. I don't know if anybody's holding up the 4 fingers. I should have looked last time, but in the booth, the commercial timeout between the third and fourth quarter, we said, okay, it's the fourth quarter. This is our quarter. This is what the Texans do, and they own the fourth quarter. So it's wonderful to see. Doesn't mean they're not going to give up a score in the fourth quarter. Sometimes that happens, but they overcome it. They do believe, and I think D'Amico, he's not going to be in Coach of the Year conversations because you have these amazing turnarounds with Liam Cohn in Jacksonville and Ben Johnson in Chicago. You have Mike Vrabel in New England. But what D'Amico Ryans has done is keep everybody believing, everybody positive, nobody pointing fingers at 0-3. Keep the attitude going, and eventually good play. The process will yield results, and that's what's happened here.
Mark brought it up just a little bit ago. The Colts are coming in. Obviously, the Phillip Rivers story was great. Okay, cool. But we knew that bringing a guy like that was not going to move the needle for them. It was exciting for the fans, but, here he is getting more health insurance for his family. But the Texans are looking at this game, to your point, they have to go out and play with dominant intentions, don't they?
Yeah, they do. No matter who's out there. And look, this is my personal opinion. If you have guys who are pretty shaky health-wise, I might sit them because you can't afford to lose anybody important for the postseason. The really big games have yet to come, and it would be great to win the division and play at home, but I don't think you can sacrifice health to do it. You can sacrifice health to make the postseason if you need to, but they've already made it. And in the game against the Chargers, 3 guys went out where it looked like that could be the season, with Lassiter going out, Azeez Al-Shire, Ed Ingram, right guard, has been playing well. But they all come back. It was like Lazarus. It's amazing. So I want to keep everybody as healthy as possible. Let's see who they sit. Let's see how they play it. Maybe they start guys and then pull them out as the game's going on, especially if Jacksonville's running away with it against Tennessee. I don't know how it's going to go down, but we'll be here to talk about it.
So let me ask you this. If you had your druthers of who you would want to play in the first round, whether you get a chance to be at home or on the road, who would be your first matchup that you would want to have?
All right. Right now, if the season ends this moment, they would be going to Pittsburgh in the first round. And I think that's a pretty good matchup because Aaron Rodgers against this defense, he can't get away from trouble the way he used to. I would kind of like that, especially if TJ Watt was a little banged up, and I guess Metcalf, he would play by then. But it could be Baltimore, guys. If Baltimore beats Pittsburgh on Sunday night, you might be going to Baltimore. I don't know if I want to see them, especially if Lamar Jackson somehow miraculously gets healthier. So I would almost pick anybody else other than Baltimore in the current field. And if you're at home, I don't want to see Buffalo. I know you've been good against Buffalo at home. You're 4-1 against Josh Allen all time, and the one loss was on the road. So yeah, I know the numbers are good, but I still would rather have anybody else than Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. As good as this defense is, I don't want to see those quarterbacks.
And Derrick Henry is picking up steam himself. So I definitely understand the thought process on that. But I agree with you. The Steelers, for some reason, I don't see him getting to the finish line. Tomlin's already got over his winning season, so he's like, I'm good. I still have this record, but Aaron Rodgers has something to prove, and it'll be interesting to watch that game as the Steelers and the Ravens decide that final playoff spot. As always, Mark, man, we appreciate you. Enjoy the new year and looking forward to this weekend's matchup with the Colts.
All right, gentlemen. Can't wait. Thanks so much.
No problem. There he is, Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans, breaking it all down. Coming up next, we have the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
We still have that accident reported I-35 southbound right after Breaker Lane, causing about a 6-minute delay. Stop and go traffic now back from Palmer Lane. Some more slow traffic to talk about. 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive. It's about a 3-minute delay, so really not that bad. Good news, the accident did clear out, though, Bannister Lane and South Ridge Drive. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine. Did you know Microsoft has officially ended support for Windows 10? Upgrade to Windows 11 with an LG Gram laptop. Voted PC Mag's Reader's Choice Top Laptop Brand for 2025. Thin and ultra lightweight, the LG Gram keeps you productive anywhere. And Windows 11 gives you access to free security updates and ongoing feature upgrades. Visit lgusa.com/iHeart for great seasonal savings on LG Gram laptops with Windows 11. PC Mag Reader's Choice used with permission. All rights reserved.
Introducing True Earnings Checking from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Earnings that are almost too good to be true. Earn 5% APY on balances up to $15,000. It's simple. Just deposit at least $1,500 in new money and make 15 debit card transactions each month. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Even if you miss the requirements. Open your account online or at any of our 24 Austin area locations. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Rates subject to change without notice. Federally insured by NCUA.
The holiday hustle is real. The traffic, the crowds, the never-ending to-do list.
And nowhere to park. Perfect.
That's why drivers use ParkWiz. They already save up to 50% when they book ahead. This holiday season, use promo code JINGLE10 in the ParkWiz app for an extra 10% off your next reservation. Because during the holidays, every minute and every dollar counts. ParkWiz. Less circling, more celebrating. Download the ParkWiz app and use code JINGLE10 to save an extra 10% today. Offer valid through December 31st. App reservations only. Limit 1 per user.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your Austin weather, a few showers early, sunny by the afternoon, a high of 58 for your Tuesday. Clear tonight, a low of 33. Wednesday, mostly sunny, a high of 70, a low of 42.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. The once-a-year sale and clearance is here. Upgrade today with Mattress Firm's quality selection of top brands. Let their sleep experts find the perfect bed to help transform your nights. They make sleep easy.
News has never been so important.
We've got breaking news from Capitol Hill.
And iHeart makes it so easy to stay in the know with 24/7 news on iHeartRadio.
A major breakthrough in medical research.
Live around the clock, so you're never more than 3 minutes away from the stories that matter most.
Extreme weather is impacting millions.
24/7 news, right at your fingertips with the free iHeart app, where you can now make 24/7 news a preset for even quicker access. 24/7 news on iHeartRadio.
Is that a faucet running? That's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest. Forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink.
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
I didn't know the trees were so amazing.
Yep, and the forest gives us shade, trees to climb.
That's awesome. Let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Longhorns basketball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
To be dropped, and that can only be one thing. WWE Hall of Famer and world's strongest man, Mark Henry, his final world's strongest take of 2025. Take the word, fella. Let's make it a good one. Hard? Yes. You know what that means? What time is it? It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Marcus, thank you for a great year, bro. You did a damn thing. Well, here we are again, guys. World's strongest take, the last one of the year. And I don't run away from the issues. And I give you always what I know is fact. And then I give you my opinion and the speculation on matters. The fact is, Lincoln Riley said that in his press conference on Monday in San Antonio before the Alamo Bowl, what they'll be playing in, that they are not going to continue the game with Notre Dame. Now, this, outside of 2020, they've been playing annually since 1946. They've played 96 times since the 20s. Like, this is one of the historical games that everybody looks forward to during bowl season, during the college football season matchups. And it's going to go away. But Lincoln Riley said all of the heat was on him. But he said, no, not so fast. He said Notre Dame is the team that said, we'll do it anytime, anywhere. And when he called them about it, they said, well, we can't make that work anymore. It can't be anytime, anywhere. It's got to be like this. And he said, no, but we already have things scheduled on those days. There are nothing scheduled. Let's get it done. Within a day, within 5 days, Notre Dame had a game set up. And he said, well, you mean to tell me y'all had this game, you set this game up in 5 days? And it's not an impossibility. It's not impossible, Hardge. But it's very doubtful that Notre Dame was able to find a suitor in 5 days and work out a 2-year agreement that they would play. So I believe Lincoln Riley in that standpoint. But this is something that's going to hang over his head for the duration of his tenure at USC. Now, Marcus, you got some sound about this matter.
It's pretty simple. We've both worked for months to try to find a solution. Notre Dame was very vocal about the fact that they would play us anytime, anywhere. And obviously them not having a conference affiliation gives them an ability to be pretty flexible with their scheduling. We went back, Jen Cohen, our AD, went back to Notre Dame roughly a couple of weeks ago with a scenario and a proposal that would extend the series for the next 2 years. And we took Notre Dame at their word that they would play us anytime, anywhere. That proposal was rejected. Not only was it rejected, 5 minutes after we got the call, it was announced that they had scheduled another opponent, which I'll give them credit. That might be the fastest scheduling act in college football history. So I know there's been a lot of back and forth on it. I know college football has changed a lot, but the fact is very, very clear, and this can all be settled very quickly. Had Notre Dame lived up to their word and played us anytime, anywhere, we would be playing them the next 2 years and looking ahead after that and hopefully continuing the series. They did not follow through on it. Thus, we are not playing them the next couple of years. We're hopeful something can be worked out in the future. That'd be fantastic. We at SC would love for the game to continue, and we have no problem following through on our promises in the future.
Excuse me, 5 minutes, not 5 days. Hardge, my take is this. This is going to scar college football, and Notre Dame is to blame for it because they actually tried to get this done, and it was hanging over Lincoln Riley's head like he was the bad guy. But Lincoln Riley said, no, I'm passing the heat. It's on them. What say you?
I mean, it's interesting that you say that because are we for sure that's exactly how it happened? We're just taking Lincoln's
We're just
word
taking
for
his word for it.
Exactly. And sometimes we know Lincoln stretches the truth in a lot of situations. So to me,
he got out in front of it.
I mean, kind of had to, though, because they were catching a lot of heat. They were being the blame of it. I've heard Brady Quinn on the show right before ours. He went off on it. But you know why Brady Quinn went off on it? Because Brady Quinn is from Notre Dame.
Right, he played at Notre Dame.
So he's always going to back what Notre Dame is and the thought process of it all. But for me, when you look at both of these rivalries, and to your point, I think it could be a possibility of things getting convoluted and people being upset about it. But the reality of the situation is the NCAA has kind of put Texas and the committee have kind of put teams like this in a space to where it's like, well, why do I play that game if it doesn't have a bearing on the season?
Right, there you go.
So if that is something that is there, I think for us, the traditional fan who like these old school patterns of Texas and Texas A&M, Texas and Oklahoma, it kind of changes now unless you're in the same conference. And for Notre Dame,
they don't have
in
a conference. So
it's up to other people to not schedule a Notre Dame. But if you don't schedule them, you miss out on that payday too. So if Notre Dame is playing somebody or they have to get somebody on that schedule, those people are getting a nice payday to go and play a team like Notre Dame. So it's let's put it like this. The committee has to do a better job of putting people into the playoffs.
The fans lose. The fans lose in this situation.
In the traditionals.
Because you lose the tradition of the Notre Dame USC game.
Yep.
And both sides are wrong for that. They should do better. That's why I respect Coach Sark so much and honoring the fact that they're going to keep playing the dogs that they schedule.
For now. For the next 2 seasons.
When we cross that bridge, then we'll cross.
There will be another conversation that will be had. I promise you that. We're going to close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. Final show of 2025, but we're going to tell you where we're going to be tomorrow and what's happening in the next couple of days on the 40 acres right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
In their inaugural season in the SEC, the Texas Longhorns made history.
For the first time in 22 years, the Texas women are headed for the Final Four.
Now, they're back to finish what they started.
To the hoop, and she scores! And she scores!
Harmon will hoist it from half court and makes it. Listen to Texas women's basketball all season long on 1300 The Zone. Your home for the Horns.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
We still had that accident reported I-35 southbound right after Breaker Lane, causing about a 6-minute delay. Stop and go traffic now back from Palmer Lane. Some more slow traffic to talk about. 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive. It's about a 3-minute delay, so really not that bad. Good news, that accident did clear out, though, Bannister Lane at South Ridge Drive. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Indeed Sponsored Jobs gives your job posting a turbo boost. Match with the candidates you're looking for, making your hiring simple. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Again, that's Indeed.com/credit.
Attention Texas drivers. My Plates has a stunning range of premium embossed license plates. Whether you love the modern look of carbon fiber or the retro black and white design, there's something for everyone. Texans are loving My Plates' new embossed plates with a great choice of designs. Black and gold, black and yellow, and even the Lone Star flag. Don't miss out on this chance to personalize your ride with up to 7 letters. Head to MyPlates.com now and start your embossed order. That's MyPlates.com. Customization you can feel and see.
Season 2 of Unrivaled Basketball is here, and the talent is unreal. The best women's players on the planet are running it back with even bigger moments and bigger stakes. Don't miss as Paige Beckers, Nafisa Collier, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, and more take the court and redefine the game. This isn't your regular season. This is Unrivaled, where the pace is faster, the energy is higher, and every athlete shines. Unrivaled Basketball, Season 2, sponsored by Samsung Galaxy, tips off January 5th on TNT, True TV, and HBO Max.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
At Leaf Johnson Ford in Austin, Manor, and Buda.
You'll love it at Leaf.
That's right. You'll love it. At any Leaf Johnson location, what you see is what you pay with no hidden add-ons. We're here to help you through the entire process in person at one of our 3 locations, or we'll bring it to you and do the entire transaction online.
You'll love it at Leaf.
Visit one of our 3 locations in Austin, Buda, or Manor, or online at leafjohnsonford.com.
You'll love it at Leaf.
The world's best ski and snowboard athletes are chasing medals. Now you can follow their every move. Join Insider, the official U.S. ski and snowboard fan loyalty program, and get premium viewing at World Cup ski events, exclusive athlete meetups, discounts from brands you love, and a custom welcome gift mailed direct to your doorstep. This winter, show your support as they race for the podium. Head to insider.usskiandsnowboard.org and join today.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to trust what you're seeing. Who made it? Is it real? But with iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio host's product recommendations. And if you own or manage a business here or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way in creating your future customers. Make iHeart Media a part of your 2026 plan today. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. Again, that's iHeartAdvertising.com.
This is not a drill. That's right. This is not a drill. You can now legally trade on football in Texas. That's right. You can now legally trade sports on Kalshi. Will Texas conquer Michigan? They're trading at 72% to win. That means if you put 100, you get 134 back with a win. Check the live odds, and for a limited time, use code iHeart and get $20 when you trade 100. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Not everybody can be good at fantasy football, and at Better, we understand that. That's why we're giving away a free $10 just for signing up. Download the Better app, pick more or less on player stats, watch the games, and win some cash. It's that simple. Better Picks is available in 33 states, including Texas, California, and Georgia. Download the Better app today. That's Better, BETR, and get a free $10, no deposit necessary. Must be 21 or older in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Better Picks. Sports just got better.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball, Hardge, world's strongest man, the Mark Henry, and of course our guy Marcus. Closing out the 2025 year. This is our final live show of the year. Final show of the year until Monday. We'll be back over here in 2026. But make sure you're locked in all day long. Craig Way show this afternoon starting at 2 o'clock. You can listen to it right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always on the iHeart app. We also will be live tomorrow from Twin Peaks Round Rock location. We are going to bring you up to speed on all things Texas Longhorns. They get ready to play in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl from Orlando, but the shows will get started here tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock, where we have Third and Longhorn leading up to the pregame show, Longhorn Game Day, with myself, Mark Henry, and of course our guy Cam Parker.
That's right.
And then it will be Craig Way, Roger Wallace, and Will Matthews live from Orlando as they get ready to bring you the final Texas football game of the season, and listen to it all right here on the Sports Radio AM 1300 Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. Also this weekend, Texas men's basketball will be taking on Mississippi State Saturday, 5 p.m. You can listen to it right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. We also have women's basketball that will be jumping off this week, as they will take on Missouri to kick off the season. I mean, the SEC schedule part of the season that we've all been waiting on. You know as well as I do, this is when it gets down to brass tacks. This is when things start to get real serious, and they kick off the SEC season on New Year's Day at 6:30 versus the Missouri Tigers. They will be on the road in Columbia, and then on Sunday they will take on the Ole Miss Rebels here at the Moody Center starting at 2 o'clock. But again, you can hear all the action right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. Well, Mark, this is the final show of the season, and you look back on some of the times that we've had here and some of the moments that kind of stood out. You realize that, number one, this has been one hell of a football season. Even though Texas is sitting at 9-3 and we thought we'd be getting ready for a playoff matchup, you still have a game that has the two best helmets in college football. When you start to look at what Texas brings to the table and what Michigan in their history that is involved. And there's a lot to look forward to with some of these young players tomorrow as well.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Not just like a spring game, the way that guys said. I'm excited for the future of Texas football, and I think that we're going to find out who really wants to play, who wants to make a statement to the coaching staffs that will be taking over on the defensive side of the ball next season, and to the new running backs coach. Like, I don't want to be an afterthought.
Right.
Like, so these guys got to be coached up, and University of Texas has a great coaching staff. So I expect them to do the right thing.
How long do you believe Arch Manning will play tomorrow?
A quarter. Like maybe 1 possession, 2 possessions.
Really?
Yeah. There's no reason for him to stretch it out. Because I think if they get up, 14-0 or 10-0, then, you bring in people that you can start seeing everybody else play.
He better play the whole first half. If he's going to play, you play him. You know, what's the courtesy start? I mean, like, what is that about? Let's play them. Let's go out there and see what we can do. Now, if the pressure starts breaking down and the offensive line's not doing their part, then I see that. But it looks like for what we've seen, it seems to be that all the offensive players, the offensive line is going to be playing.
Right.
So if they're going to have everybody out there, then he needs to be out there as well. Now, there will be some moments where you try to get the ball out of his hand early because, as Joe Cook talked about earlier, he didn't get a good look in those situations where he got to get the ball out of his hands because those running backs haven't picked up block. They haven't pass protected ever in a very long time. I think he said 11 plays where they've had to
for the entire season.
Exactly, because you had C.J. Baxter,
right.
You had Trey Wisner, you had guys in that position.
What you always say? Quick game.
You got to be quick game and get that ball out of their hand. So now we get a chance to see guys like Christian Clark, James Simon, Ryan Niblett, and hopefully Michael Terry get a chance to be in the backfield and get a chance to run the football, because that might be the most exciting part of what we're going to get a chance to see. You'll also get a chance to see guys in the receiving end like a French, Jamie French, that they were talking about, that Coach Sark even mentioned have been making waves in practice. So some of the young guys that are getting the opportunity to play are getting those plays to happen. One person that we have not heard about, and I'm kind of glad we haven't heard anything about him, is Emmett Mosley. Emmett Mosley. He hadn't been a guy that they talked about getting in the transfer portal. This hadn't been a guy that a lot of people kind of forget, actually, that, hey, we still got some playmakers on there. We got Parker Livingston, and we got Ryan Wingo, but of course we have Emmett Mosley as well. And of course, if Jack Indries is going to be playing, you want to give him an opportunity to get the ball himself as well. So there's a lot to look forward to, and we'll be breaking it all down tomorrow, starting at 11 o'clock with our pregame show, Longhorn Game Day, live from Twin Peaks in Round Rock. Come and hang out with us. We'll have some drink specials. We'll have all kinds of things going on. And, of course,
get ready for the hype train.
And Mark will be ready to eat, I'm sure, when it comes down to that. But as always, we want to thank y'all.
What you trying to say, man?
Because you always talk about food, man. And as always, we want to thank y'all so much for all that y'all have done for us and continued support, for sharing the word and continuing to keep people locked in to the morning kickoff. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, and for the whole Zone crew, we thank you. We want to wish you a very, very happy new year. Come out and hang out with us at Twin Peaks tomorrow as Texas plays their final football game of 25.
Come on, guys.
And by the way, Ike said billionaires bacon is what he's going to have.
Ooh.
Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Tune in to the Craig Way Show this afternoon. And always remember this. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Happy New Year. Peace. Hardge here, and the holidays are officially rolling in at Cover Ford Huddle. And we're celebrating the season with big gift wrap savings all month long. Right now, get $12,558 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Super Duty F-250 SRW Lariat. And if you're shopping smart for the perfect truck, how about $10,703 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT. No crowds, no waiting, no last-minute holiday stress. Just powerful trucks, legendary Covert family service, and year-end savings worth unwrapping early. Merry Christmas from Cover Ford Huddle, right off of 79 in Huddle. CoverFordHuddle.com.
Bowl season is here, and BetOnline gives you more ways to play. With the latest odds,